Hey girl, hey! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Devin and this is Becoming Devin. I have decided to start this little series. I don't know why I keep saying little, but either way, this 12-week video series on becoming your most authentic self. And there's just information that I want to share and I'm excited about it. It's going to be 12 weeks. I'm going to post some things. I would really love for you to comment. I've got some questions and things like that. So we will be talking about healing, growth, and embracing the truest version of yourself. And with this new series, I would like to start to take a little deep dive into what it means to become your authentic self. So, grab yourself a drink and let's get ready. So, what does it mean to be your most authentic self? We hear that phrase like all the time. Y'all, also, I have notes because let me just keep it real with y'all. Y'all know my brain goes like 8,000 different places. So I have notes because I know me. So that's just like an honest, so if you see me looking down, it's so to keep myself on track, because if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I'm a bit of a squirrel. And so that is my most authentic self. And I know this about me. And so these are the things that I have to do to set myself up for success. So don't mind the notes. Hopefully I will get to not squirrel as much, but here we are. So anyway, going back. So what does it mean to be your most authentic self? We hear it all the time, but let's break it down. So for me, to being my most authentic self means showing up as the real me, which means sharing, like I squirrel a lot or different things like that. Showing up as the real you, without masks, without filters, and without the pressure to fit into a mold that wasn't made for you to begin with. It's about honoring your thoughts, your emotions, and your unique voice. So tell me in the comments, when do you feel most like yourself? Is it when you're creating, when you're alone, when you're around certain people? Let's start having this conversation. I feel my most like myself when I'm crafting. A little moment of transparency and authenticity is like, there was a time where I felt like I had to be everything for everyone. I said yes many times when I really just wanted to say no. I dimmed my light to make other people feel comfortable. But let me tell y'all, it's exhausting. It's exhausting, and you start to lose who you are. And so then I start really trying to ask myself, who am I when nobody's watching, when nobody else is around? Who am I? Who am I when I'm not trying to impress this person or that person? And let me tell you, when I started to really figure that out and to be who is it that I want to be? Who is it that God created me to be? Once I started to think about that, that's what really started to change for me. Maybe you felt this too, that disconnect, that questioning, who am I? Who is it? Or am I fitting into this mold that somebody else feels like I should be in? You're not alone in this at all. The first step to being your most authentic self is to recognize where you're holding back. And let me tell y'all, it is so hard. It's hard to recognize, and I get it. You recognize it, you see it, and then also it's hard to make that transition, but that's okay. It's slow and steady progress. And so how do we start doing that? All right, so we've talked about authenticity and why it matters, but like, how do we start living it out? Well, I'm going to give you three tips, three things that you can do to start doing today to help you step into your most authentic self. So, tip number one, check in with yourself. Every morning, let me tell y'all, I'm not a morning person, but I wake up in the morning and it's crazy because the boyfriend been doing this. He out loud thanks God for waking him up in the morning, and I'm like, you know what? You're right. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up. And then like I have to regroup my mind because I'm not a morning person, y'all. And then once you're checking in with yourself, all right, every morning ask yourself, how do I feel today? What do I need today? What is it that I need to do today? What is it that I need for me to fill my bucket, to keep my spoons? Do you have enough spoons for the day? I don't know if you've heard about that. We'll talk about spoons another time. But checking in with your emotions. How do you feel? How does it feel in your body? Then, step number 2 is stop apologizing for being you. Girl, I struggle with this on the daily. But every day I make a point and I'm like, no, I'm not going to fit somebody else's box. I'm becoming me. So if you love bright colors, wear them. If you love nerding out to certain topics, talk about it. Your uniqueness is your superpower. It's one of the things. Do you know how many people that tell me I'm crazy because I'm a tarantula keeper? And I'm like, yeah, I might be, but let me tell you all the facts, because all of a sudden now I can tell you all the facts about when it's molting, when it's about to do this, how it does this, how they mate, how they whatever. And then it's like super exciting because I'm like, who would have ever thought that this would be me? But this is who I am and I love it. And then number 3, trust your intuition. You know that little ooh that says You know deep down what aligns with you and what doesn't align with you. If something doesn't feel right, it's okay to walk away. Maybe I need to repeat that again because maybe somebody else needs to hear that again, because I know I do. I know I did. I know I do. It's okay to walk away. So, all right. So that's it. So the 3 steps, just real quick. Check in with yourself. Daily, check in with yourself. Like, stop apologizing for being you and trust your intuition. I'm super excited about this series and I'm really I'd love to hear, I'd love for you to try one of these this week. You don't have to try all 3 of them, but at least try one of them. And then let me know how it goes. Drop a comment. I would love to hear your experience. All right, so before we wrap up, I want you to remember this. You are beautiful, you are amazing, and you are enough. And this journey to authenticity, it's yours to own. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with somebody who needs to hear this message today. And if you want to go deeper, join me in the Living Room Facebook group. I am putting together a Facebook group, and it's a space for connection, growth, and real talk. All right, beautiful people, until next time, keep boldly, unapologetically being you. Bye.